Hi, my name is Mirchi. Today FM plays the best music in Lambasa. Today FM rocks.
My name is Thomas. I'm here in Nakasi and I like to listen to Today FM because it rocks.
My name is Milenia. Today FM rocks here in Singapour.
My name is Alfriti and Today FM rocks here in Tavwa.
My name is Mary Jane. I love listening to Today FM here in Ba. Today FM rocks.
My name is Ilaiti Ambal and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks here in Osur.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In the news tonight, fire destroys classroom block. Minimum wage rate tops FTUC conference discussion. And investment on roads increase eightfold, says Minister.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Amrita Sagar.
The students of Vuthi Methodist School in Nosori, who have been affected by the fire last night, will be sent to other nearby schools. This has been confirmed by Divisional Education Officer Central Parveen Chand. Chand says they will find the best option for the affected students to ensure their classes are not affected. Savara Tambo reports close to 200 students have been affected.
The fire that started around 6 yesterday evening damaged 4 classrooms, a library and a computer lab.
As we reached to the school, we could not get into the school because the traffic was so jammed. So I just walked to the school, and when I entered the school, the middle building was brightly burning.
The classroom block had opened only 2 years ago. The school management is already making arrangements for students who are studying in these classrooms.
Some of the students will be relocated to nearby schools from here. And those students that are traveling from outer distance, out of zone, maybe we will revert them to their own schools currently till a solution is formed. And currently we got a hole there, which is the second option that we will look into.
Maybe worst to worst, we have to match some classes. For example, we have 3 streams of year 3, maybe we'll make 2. So one class will be empty for another class.
The assistant head teacher is reminding parents, guardians and students that classes will not be affected.
Please don't keep your children home. Send them to school. We are going to accommodate our children. As like children are our first priority. When the children come to school, we are the parents. We will look after our children.
The cost of damage is estimated at $90,000. Sabira Tambua, FBC News.
A number of issues were discussed during the Fiji Trade Union Special Delegates Conference in Nadi today. National minimum wage, right to strike and labour reforms topped the one-day conference list. Felipe Naikaso has more.
Minimum wage was one of the main topics discussed during the Special Delegates Conference, with the FTUC president claiming their plea for an increase in minimum wage rate continues to be ignored.
Brothers and sisters, the government has remained silent on our proposal on a national minimum wage. What government has legislated, as you all know, is $2.68 an hour, or about $98.62 per week on a 40-hour week.
However, the Fiji Commerce and Employees Federation has called on those present at the meeting to consider other factors when asking for an increase in the minimum wage rate.
You are all parents. Each one of you here are parents. You employ house girls. Okay? You work at the mess. You work at the mess at home, whether you can afford to have somebody stay at home, pay them $5 an hour or so, and look after your children. You're probably earning $200 a week or something in some cases. So we need to be very mindful of the fact that you as workers also are employers.
A just living wage means that the worker, male or female, if employed full-time, should be able to earn a wage that will enable him or her to support the family.
The Vatukola strike, Federated Airline Staff Association issues and individual contracts were also discussed in the afternoon session, which was closed to the media. Felipe Naikaso, FBC News.
There has been an 8-fold increase in road investments around the country over the last 10 years. Infrastructure Minister Chone Usamate says the funding has increased by 800%, which depicts the government's commitment to improving the standard of our roads. Rachel Nat reports.
The volume of road maintenance carried out by the Fiji Roads Authority has increased dramatically.
Currently, we have around 7,600 kilometers of road in this country. 7,600 kilometers, over the past 10 years, the length of roads that the FRA has taken over, the unsealed roads, have increased by 2,000 kilometers over the past 10 years.
The minister also shed light on the major causes of poor road conditions.
We know what the causes of the major road conditions that we have in the past. Poor quality installation. If the quality of installation was poor in the past, we, this generation, will have to fix the poor quality that was there in the past. So if you want to compare the status of roads now with the status of what it was 10 years ago, you're not comparing apples with apples. We have to look at the totality of what has happened. There's now looking after 1,200 bridges, 8,220 streetlights, more and more footpaths.
FRA says the investment made by government is being utilised responsibly.
Spending it very wisely and doing stuff that needs to be done. That's the other point about the budget. Asking for money is easy, but spending it properly is the difficult part. So the focus right now is on public safety and trying to arrest this accelerated deterioration we've got.
The FRA in the 2018-2019 national budget was allocated $563.1 million. Rachel North, FBC News.
The Housing Authority of Fiji is trying to resolve some grievances raised by its staff. The comments come as around 10 of its staff walked out of the office holding placards and banners wanting action on the issues they raised. Housing Authority legal advisor Salimoni Karusi says the walkout, which was for less than an hour, was unplanned and unexpected. Karusi believes the workers are not happy with the job evaluation exercise payout made in 2017. He adds the board and management are in the process of solving the matter.
I'd like to assure everyone that that is, to us, something that is already in the process. The board has already approved it. It's going through its normal processing with the Ministry of Economy, and Housing Authority is working closely with the Department of Public Enterprises to get things done. They've got some clarifications, and we're working with them on a daily basis to get these things through.
Still to come, no job losses at Ba and Lautoka Hospital, says Minister. And Ministry intensifies work under Red Plus program. Details after the break.
Bula, neva ngo malakai leloma ngongai nakas ondo bagrong ng Bula FM nambang 2 na sere.
Hoya ubasit sai sa Lambasa, ya ondo talita na barong ng Bula FM nambang 2 na sere.
Guya do tumeli ako na tao no hinga toka. Talita kina na barong ng Bula FM nambang 2 na sere.
Wana tunga ng Bula FM nambang 2 na sere nawaluan.
Neva ngo fane na tao no singa toka. Kita ondo talita ka ng Bula FM nambang 2 na sere.
Bula FM nambang 2 na sere.
There will be no job losses at the Lautoka and Ba hospitals. Minister for Economy Ayaan Said Kayum has clarified that with the Australian medical provider to take over the hospitals from June, staffing has been assured. Maggie Boyle tells us more.
Aspen Medical PT Limited is set to take over the main divisional hospitals in the Western Division in less than 4 months.
Now the staff have been given a choice. Once the new operator comes in within 6 months of January of this year, the staff have an option. This concessionaire will actually advertise for positions. Current staff there have the option. They can apply for jobs with them and get a job and be hired by them. Or, should they wish not to join them, their jobs are secure and they'll be posted to other public health systems and operations.
With Fiji's first public-private partnership, the minister says specialist treatment here will soon be a reality.
Radiation therapy, oncology, chemotherapy, cancer patients, all of this needs to be provided, a whole list of conditions.
Nonetheless, there were some concerns from the House.
So what plans or what do we have in place to guarantee that our services in the public hospitals will not be affected?
The hospital will still operate as it does today, in terms of any Fijian can walk into the hospital and get the current services that they currently are getting. And, however, now they will be able to get more services, more procedures available.
Meanwhile, as part of the landmark agreement, Lautoka will have an additional 305-bed hospital in the next 3 years. Maggie Boyle, FBC News.
The listing of the Energy Fiji Limited onto the South Pacific Stock Exchange is a priority for the market this year. SPSC Business Development Manager Pritesh Prasad says talks are underway with the Public Enterprise Ministry to see this listing come to fruition. Prasad adds increasing the number of companies listing on the SPSC will position the stock exchange in becoming a better barometer of the economy. He says the listing of the energy company onto the SPSC will serve as a pathway to realizing this opportunity.
All these EFL customers who are now shareholders and have taken up the share offer, once the company becomes a publicly listed company on the stock market, then of course it will open up for free trading of shares on the stock market as well. So that is a plan that we are going to work or focus quite vigorously during 2019.
Research will be carried out on the Fiji Red Plus program to enable stakeholders to look at ways to build climate-resilient societies. The Red Plus program is a sustainable management system which includes practicing sustainable logging, carbon enhancement and forest conservation. Kritika Kumar reports.
Forest Minister Osea Nengamu has emphasized that the Red Plus program will contribute towards the development of a national carbon trading policy.
The underlying intention of the Fiji National Red Plus program is to build climate-resilient societies, enhance the livelihoods of local communities.
Nengamu says stakeholders from various sectors and agencies will work together under the program.
Fiji has been in the readiness phase for the last 10 years, with extensive consultation and capacity building undertaken with various stakeholders and local communities.
Speaking on the Red Plus program, opposition MP Lenora Geringeren Tambua suggested some amendments to the Fair Share of Mineral Royalties Act, which was passed last year.
Expanded for native and freehold landowners to capture forest carbon rights and blue carbon rights with robust safeguards to alleviate unscrupulous trading practices.
The Forest Ministry introduced the Red Plus program in 2009 to support the global efforts of reducing greenhouse gas emissions. Kritika Kumar, FBC News.
The Indian government is committed to help revive Fiji's sugar sector. Indian High Commissioner to Fiji, Vishwas Sapkal, says 20 Fiji Sugar Corporation officials are currently in India undergoing training. Sapkal says they are learning the many aspects of sugarcane plantation and boiling sugarcane. Sapkal says these officers will be able to replicate the knowledge which they have received to boost the sugar production in Fiji.
They are at present in Vasundhara Sugar Institute in Pune, Maharashtra, which is an organization looks after 150 sugar factories in Maharashtra.
On to international news. The Indian government's warning Pakistan will pay a heavy price after a suicide bomb attack in Kashmir that killed more than 40 Indian paramilitary soldiers. Pakistan has denied any involvement in this suicide attack. Ahead in sports, Fiji hopes to qualify for the Under-17 Football World Cup. And Vakalaloma to compete at this year's Blue Ribbon Race for ACS.
Voila, I am Eleanor. For the best classic hits, I only listen to Gold FM here in Singapore. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Seni Rawa. I love listening to Gold FM here in Nosuri. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Dino. I'm from Outrigger, Coral Coast, Singapore. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Salote. I love listening to Gold FM here in Nosuri. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Bula, my name is Marida. Gold FM plays the best classics here in Outrigger, Singapore.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
The Fiji Football Association is hoping to become the second team with New Zealand to qualify for the FIFA Under-17 World Cup later this year. This after the OFC Disciplinary Committee penalised the Solomon Football Federation for breaching the OFC Disciplinary Code and the OFC Under-16 Championship 2018 regulations. Melita Vanga with the story.
The Fiji Football Association has already made its proposal to the OFC Disciplinary Committee to become the second team to take part in the Under-17 World Cup. This as the investigation launched regarding the fielding of overaged players during Fiji and Solomon Islands semi-final clash in the OFC Under-16 Championship in Honiara last year has become in Fiji's favor.
We had qualified for the semis and everything, and if Solomons wouldn't be there, we would have put, topped our pool and everything and all those things. So this is something that we will definitely put our case forward and everything with the Oceania Football Executive Committee to make the right decision. And we'll see if they agree with our proposal and everything. And we'd love to be the second team representing in the World Cup.
The OFC Disciplinary Committee released its decision yesterday, concluding that a deliberate and serious breach of the OFC Disciplinary Code had been made after the player in question, Chris Satu, was found to have been born prior to 1st January 2002 on an undetermined date. Satu has been suspended for 6 matches. The Solomon Islands Under-16 team will forfeit all the matches in which Satu participated in during the OFC Under-16 Championship 2018, 5 matches in total, and will pay a fine of over $700. SIF has been found in breach of the Championship 2018 regulations. The Solomon Islands Under-16 team finished second behind New Zealand at the championship, qualifying for the World Cup. The finding of the OFC Disciplinary Committee in the matter of Satu's eligibility has resulted in the forfeiting of the team's place at the FIFA Under-17 World Cup 2019. A complaint on the matter was lodged by Fiji Football. Melita Wanga, FBC Sports.
Tulotuka Football has bowed out of the OFC Champions League match after a 2-2 draw against Central Sports this afternoon. The result sees AS Central secure top spot in Group B and Henderson Eels finishing second. Here are some of the goals. 18-year-old Jesse Vakaloloma will carry the hopes of Coca-Cola Games Girls defending champions Andila Kambao School in this year's Blue Ribbon Race. Vakaloloma of Uthi House clocked a manual time of 13.19 seconds in the senior division during the school's inter-house at the ANZ Stadium in Suva today. Melita Vanga reports.
Jessie Vakaloloma will now try to improve on her time ahead of the Triple N zone that will be held next month.
Trying to put another target and improve my time, but yeah, it still cooks. But first of all, I think to Almighty God for giving me the strength to finish a race today for my house.
Vakaloloma, who has never won a gold medal in the 100 meters event, is hoping to create history at the Fiji finals this year.
Beginning since I was in sub-junior, came second during Cokes, but till last year I still came second in them. But this year I'm putting a target to come first for Blue Ribbons. Head coach Antonio Ramboiliku says they've now set their focus on the Triple N zone.
When we go into the zone, we will try and qualify the best athletes. Then come the Coca-Cola Games and we look at how or what we can do to defend our cup.
Kakala House won the ACS Inter-House with 18 gold medals. Uthi House finished second with 14 gold. Langakali was in third place with 9 gold, and Mokosoi finished last with 5 gold medals. Melita Wanga, FBC Sports.
Fiji-born Roy Krishna scored the lone goal for Wellington Phoenix as they tied 1-1 with Melbourne Victory in another thrilling A-League match last night. Krishna scored his 12th goal of the campaign to have Phoenix on course for a massive 3 points. The Highlanders made a winning start after beating Chiefs 30-27 in its Super Rugby opener last night. After trailing 10-19 at halftime, the Highlanders made a comeback in the second spell to secure the win. Meanwhile, Melbourne Rebels scored 5 tries to topple the Brumbies. The Brumbies took a 22-19 lead into halftime after an entertaining first 40 minutes in which both sides planted 3 tries. The Indigenous All-Stars played to their strength and overcame the New Zealand Maori side 34-14 in the revamped version of the All-Stars concept in Melbourne, Australia last night. The All-Stars match was revived to mark the official start of the season. Juventus moved 14 points clear at the top of Series A with a 3-0 victory over second bottom Frosinone today. Cristiano Ronaldo scored their third goal to seal the victory. Cloudy conditions and showers were experienced over most parts of the country today. There is a trough of low pressure that remains slow moving over Fiji, and associated cloud and showers therefore will affect the group. Taking a look in the west, it was mostly cloudy, a shower of thunderstorms in certain spots. And eastwards from Pacific Harbour to Suva, very humid with intervals of showers in most parts. And up north, a mixture of cloud and sunshine, making conditions rather humid as well. Now at sea, moderate to fresh northerly winds and rough seas. For the tides, low tide is at 10:04 p.m. with high tide at 4:18 tomorrow morning. Sunrise will be at 6. As for tomorrow, you can expect occasional showers and isolated thunderstorms with heavy falls over most places. Isolated localized heavy falls may lead to flash flooding of low-lying areas, so do be careful. Tomorrow's temperatures, all centers to have above 30-degree temperatures. And as we look further onto Monday, occasional showers and isolated thunderstorms over most places. Recapping the main stories, fire destroys classroom block. Minimum wage rate tops FTUC conference discussion. And investment on roads increase eightfold, says Minister. For these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station, Gold FM. On to our poll questions segment. This week we're asking, is drug becoming a major social problem for Fiji? Visit our FBC website to answer. Now you can always send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via our Facebook page FBC News. You can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC News or hashtag FBC News. And that was your FBC News for tonight. Until next time, good night.
Hi, I'm Jyotishma. I'm from Singatoka. I love listening to Mirchi FM. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM is #1.
I'm Charlene Robert. Mirchi FM rocks in Lambasa.
I'm Soname Nasori Jackson. Mirchi FM is hot.
My name is Raymond Dutt. I'm in Baba Singh Alliance. Mirchi FM is hot in Lambasa.
I'm Pritika from Jackson Nasori. I love listening to Mirchi FM here in Nasori. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.